this thing here. Do people actually make like just quick ass test characters just to see how things works? Also, what the fuck was it doing last time? Wait, we were talking about this thing, right? Did we talk fully about that thing? Oh, we did not. What are you trying to do? Burn me alive? Come on, it's just a few sparks. Says you. You weren't the one holding it. There's enough sparks flying around here just with you two talking. Well, fair enough. I think it's mostly from her. Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna have to ask someone that just knows shit about this. Like, is it like a good thing to like have test characters just like shit pop together? The funny part, like the good part about this is like it's not D&D, so I don't need to do like a lot of math and things like that. Because I've told it about it before, but I'm making this scenario mostly for Fable Ultima. It is built for that thing if people want to basically rebuild it for D&D and shit. Fair game. Absolutely. I would love to hear shit like that, to be honest. If I ever like publicly release it, if we say so. But yeah, basically here it's kind of easy. It's like you just give yourself level 5. You give yourself stats, which is basically gonna be a 8-8-8-8, or it's gonna be 10-8-8-6, or like 12-8-8-4 or something like that. It's like you can only use the dice sizes. You cannot use like 5. You basically have to do 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So it's kind of quick to be able to do that and not the most difficult. So this might just be something I do so I can just like test like how would things go, like how would this be, how would my thought of encounters be. Because yes, like D&D has the what is the encounter danger, or it has like danger 2, and like you just take enemies from like the danger 2 level and stuff like that. In this, it's like, what sort of level are you? I'm level 6. Okay, we have like level 6 enemies, and then it's like what's gonna be? It's gonna be an easy, medium, or hard, and then it's just like easy. It's gonna be 1 less than the players. Medium is gonna be the same, equal to players, and then hard is gonna be like +1 per player. It's very like, I don't know why, it's very like interesting to talk about this. The only time I really play D&D is Mondays with Pokemon D&D, which is actually really fun. I am still trying to like get used to playing D&D because I feel like I am silent very often, but it's probably because I'm trying to like think as the one I'm playing as. But it is very interesting. I'm having a real lot of fun with the people. They are absolutely wonderful beings. It is so fun actually being there. But yes, we're gonna continue with this. I have been talking a lot about this. And to be fair, I could continue talking about this if I wasn't supposed to do voices today. Let me see that for a second. Well. Well, this is definitely a little transmitter. No shit. The signal's weak, probably only reaches 30 feet. A transmitter, huh? Yeah, we kind of realized that with the thought of, oh, let me just press the button, and everything just called poof. Oh, right! No, we realized that last time I played this, which was actually 2 weeks ago, because last week we did a collab with Now, which was absolutely fun to do. And what happened was that we realized that the guitar burst into flames thanks to this thing. But also 30 feet. Fuck, why do they use feet? I'm not good with that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm using the metric system, and I don't know how much is 30 feet. But that would mean there would be someone on the stage when they do this. Incidentally, if you look at a cross-section diagram of the stage area... Oh, thank you! Please show me! Oh, yes! Let's see, 30 feet from Lamiror's dressing room. That covers the backstage completely. It also looks like it would cover the stage. Yeah, but that's the thing. It covers some of the stage, but the guitar burst into flames when it was up in the air, which means that it cannot have been from the dressing room. It has to have been up top. It cannot seems unlikely anyone would use this on stage. No, that's the thing. They need to have been up on stage. Okay, so let's just check the diagram here just for fun. We're going like brain nutting mode. So dressing room, it kind of goes up to like where the piano is and a bit back. It doesn't really touch the drum set. But if we say like the guitar is in the middle between these two, it would hit. But then you have to also think there is the tower that has the same height as the one on the right side, which would mean that is outside the 30 feet area. So it need to have been someone on stage. It's a bit be getting on with my investigation. We're off to look for some more clues elsewhere then. Everybody just knowing what this thing is now. It's an igniter. Not gonna lie, that doesn't really look like an igniter. But what do I know? Well, I know some stuff. I have actually built my own, like, light sensor for a camera. So when that thing triggers, it triggers a camera. Because what I see here is an IPC. I'm trying to remember what they're called. I know when I was a kid, I wanted to buy like something called a PIC programmer, which basically is to program those circuits. A rotary, well, not a sensor, but like a button, you could say. I guess that is to like change the frequency or something like that. Then it really does look like some sort of like speaker. Which I don't understand. If this is just like an igniter, which, yeah, to be fair, the big thing there does look like it's supposed to ignite something, because it does look like a lighter. But I don't understand, why is there a big-ass speaker there? I'm not joking, it looks like a speaker. I can't even see like a antenna for it. Okay, so we need to go elsewhere. Can we talk? Oh, wait, hold on. Can we actually present shit for you? Oh, right. Blind. I'm just trying to, like, figure out some stuff. Just see if you're, like, interested in talking about something. Yeah. Kinda limited, so... Yeah. The Gavinaire's dressing room. Like, to be fair, his name is sure Gavier, but being named your own name as a band, especially like the Gavinaires, like, oh, it is my group. It's like, I don't know, but it just ticks wrong, to be honest. I just feel like, mate, that you could have done better. Like, sure, my name now here is basically taken from my own name, but that's because I feel like it was fitting. Yeah, that apparently doesn't give a shit. Yeah, okay, so... I'm just giving the information to people here just to see if they're interested, if what the hell this is. But it does not seem people are kind of interested in what's going on here. Okay, so what we got is the igniter found on the stage, and yes, it's supposed to have been on the stage because is there like a fingerprint or something on this thing? Wouldn't surprise me, but apparently not. The big red button. This which triggers an igniter. Too bad, I was hoping it was for a bomb that would blow up the whole Colosseum. It's scaring me. If Emma hears you talking like that, she'll arrest you. And then she'll do all sorts of scientific tests. Like splitting your hairdo into 3 separate spikes. While she stands by laughing and laughing in her high-pitched voice. I said she's arresting you, not me. She's not some kind of mad scientist. Did you just hear someone laughing? Okay. Well, you don't really have much to say, do you? Well, that was like loading a lot. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do, really. Yeah, the question is, am I like done here? Because we did say, oh, we're gonna let you be and go somewhere else. But like the problem is, where should we be going? This is the problem when you like stream these games and it's like, oh, we managed to find this. But the problem is, where do I go next? Let's get out of here and see what we can do. We've been everywhere, kinda, so let's just see if we can find some sort of update to anything. Oh, we found one directly, fair enough. What? You come and laugh at the murderer? Arian! An old bag opens her pie hole and wham bam, my life goes down in the chute. Thanks. You won't let me work while I'm a suspect. Arian isn't in the best mood, is he? Not many people are these days, it seems. It is a crime scene, not exactly the happiest place to hang out. Then Gavin had to go rub salt in the wound. My alibi is rock solid. Rock solid. Okay, talk about your alibi then. Also, we're not really laughing. We didn't even know you were out here. You came out of nowhere. You have to ask? The shooting happened right in the middle of the 3rd set. That's right. The music was blaring when we heard those gunshots. And found Mr. Letussel dead. Got 10,000 witnesses saw me too. Right here on that stage. Your guitar playing was something else. Thanks, little lady. See? This whole thing's a sham. Can't believe they aren't letting me work. There's no need to yell at me. It's Lamour's fault. She was the one who said she heard his voice at the moment of the crime. Oh man, I've never been ever talking to that old windbag. How could you possibly identify me? But apparently by your voice. They won't let you work. They won't let me work? Gavin says I gotta lie low for suspicion. It's cleared. What suspicion? Can it be such a stick in the mud? Mr. Gavin, a stick in the mud? I mean, look all flashy and showy. As straight as an arrow, man. Captain, when he's... Kept when he's depressed. We were in whining the other day. What do you mean, the thing with the mixing board? Kinda, fair enough. It's just a perfectionist, that's all. Not a bad guy, really. Kinda like the fountain with flowers, to be honest, over there. It kinda looks nice. Well, I think the Gaviners are the best. I have all your albums, and apparently, if I don't mistaken, you learned about them 2 days ago or something. The band's fine, too. Gavin can write a good tune, I'll give him that. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Prosecutor Gavin around much. Oh, him? He's down at the prosecution's office, most likely. Prosecutor's office? Never been there, have I? The data on the victim should have come in from the Interpol. Normally, I'd be down there dealing with it normally. Wait, did it say normally twice? Hold on, am I just tripping? Oh, okay, it was a dot and then normally. Okay, fair enough. Apollo, let's go check it out. I just want to see the prosecutor's office. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. Right on. Say hi from me, okay? Oh, and screw you. Okay, that is actually fair enough. I tell him I want into that crime scene. We'll be going now. Hey, wait. Yes? What do you really think happened? Really? You don't think I did it, right? Well, great. Way to instill a guy with some confidence. Just remember, I was ripping it up on stage when it happened. Okay? Don't get led astray by some siren song, eh? Get this one wrong and you'll be beating humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself. Fair enough. Let's not talk to him anymore, alright? Detective Darian Crescent. He's one stone I leave unturned if I had the choice. Yeah, he did say he was basically doing, like, ripping his guitar. But at the same time, we already have proof that something happened at that point in time. Don't know what, but something happened. Is this a prosecutor's office or a... I kind of like it in a sense, but also confused. Also, the goddamn desk. That is for when you have parties. So, this is it. The governor's head office. It's not the band's office, it's the prosecutor's office. Yeah, so, that's what I'm asking. What's this creepy thing? Object wherever? I'm trying to remember his voice as well. Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. Oh, well, I guess we have to come back. Or can we hide behind that bookshelf real quiet? That's eavesdropping. Why, we'll just be waiting. Quietly, so he won't notice. What if he heard something scandalous about the band? Should make a good reporter for a gossip mag. What? Replica. So, well, I'm trying to remind myself what his voice is. Fuck, I kind of forgot. So, I think it was likely something like this. So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Latussel. Look, don't talk to me about those Bulgarians, okay? Just get me that report. Chop chop. And stop leaving my mysterious object in my office, okay? Mysterious objects? It's times like this when I start to miss Darian. Huh? Hiya. Just thought we'd drop in. I hope you're not mad. Oh, how could I be? There is not enough tea in the world in any case. What the hell was that for sentence? Have a seat. Prosecutor Gavin, the philanthropist. I can't pronounce that word. Watch and learn, Apollo. So, who have you come to see? Clavier, lead vocalist for the Gaviners. Prosecutor Gavin, scourge of the courtroom. What do you think he means, Apollo? I think he's giving us a choice. We can either ask him about the concert or the case. Which way to go? Do you know anything about this? Because I think this is the mysterious object he's talking about. Oh. Prosecutor Gavin, about this remote. Wait. Excuse me. Did you say something? This remote control might be valuable ammunition for trial tomorrow. Okay, so basically do not show him shit. Okay, let's just talk to him for now. The case. That reminds me. Did you see the paper today? Yes. I always read the TV section. Good girl. How about you, have forehead? I read the funnies. That you will not have seen this. Concert Tragedy. The prosecutor's deadly song. Oh, is that a new show? I haven't heard about that one. It's not a show, it's an article. News, you know. Oh, does this have anything to do with the case? Since getting back from the trial, my phone has been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's life with a song? Have you ever hummed a man all the way to death row? Do you think you could sing for me over the phone? Oh. Oh, that's dark. Oh. Oh, okay. We are gonna move on from that one. Okay. Oh. It is endless. Endless. Thanks to the case you made today, of course. Oh, that was all Apollo's idea. Hey. Is that newspaper over there too? Yes. The Bulgarian Daily Bugle. Go ahead and take a look. I can't read shit. Thanks, but I can't read Bulgarian. Oh, well, that's right. Suffice it says this is a big news over there as well. Though they didn't go as far as mention the lyrics of my song. Probably no one in Bulgaria could believe it. It's probably seen as just a theory at this point. Their journalists didn't see the need to mention it. That makes sense. I hardly know what to think of it myself. I do love we have that and we can't even read it. Lameror's testimony will probably be in the evening edition, I imagine. Which is why I have Darian step down from the investigation for now. Yeah, we're ready now to mooping in front of the Colosseum. Lameror was my invited guest, so it's a rather delicate situation. You understand how much I want to solve this case quickly, if possible. I really love that song. It has such a great atmosphere to it. You co-wrote it with Lameror, if I remember correctly. That's right. It was last year. I had gone to tour in Bulgaria's legal system, as a matter of fact. That's when you heard Lameror's voice. It was a small jazz club. I wept that night. I knew I had to meet her, to talk with her. So I used my influence, which is not inconsiderable, to arrange a meeting. Wow, prosecutors really have a lot of clout. Well, I think he's talking about his music connection. I think that's a sort of a special case, Trucy. Thankfully, she liked the work I did, and we wrote a song right there backstage. Matchy on piano, that dulcet voice, and myself on a guitar that I borrowed from Lameror. And music history was made. Probably not an experience your average lawyer would ever have, like Apollo say. It is a memory I hold dear. And the song we wrote that night was this. And that very guitar is right over there. You mean this charred lump? Don't call it a lump. That's a piece of history. It's only brown, not really charred. Well, whatever it is, it looks like it's been in a toaster that was caught on fire. No matter, I shall never sing that song again. I wouldn't have used that guitar again either, even if I could have. What happened during that song anyway? Why did his guitar suddenly catch on fire? Igniter. Do you think you could show it to us? Your charred, slightly burned guitar. Just say toasted. Just say toasted guitar, that works. Just put some butter on it. That will definitely help. I'm sure he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it? Alright, what is... Oh, hold on. Oh, shit, I'm about to sneeze, I think. No. Oh, no sneeze. I was impressed a bit of pyrotechnics that did this. That's the guitar from the concert, isn't it? I never guessed that wasn't the end of it. I had a specialist analyze the guitar incidentally. Oh, did you find anything out? It didn't have a lot of time, so it's still unclear. But the results came up were intriguing. Intriguing? How's that the guitar tie into everything that went on? Sounds like something we should ask about. Well then, let's just say it instead. Also, I kind of dig his like book stand or whatever it is. Like, that thing takes more space than anything, but still. I don't know, the shape of it is kind of interesting. It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lemuroy. How did it end up here? She gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present for me. So this guitar is from Burgania? That is it. That it is. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lemuroy's studio. Neat. I used a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. Mate. I think like someone is basically gonna cut your salary or something if you use shit like this for other things. Special shipping service for transporting evidence for something that is not evidence. I am like question. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched. See, prosecutors do have a lot of clout. I still think it's a special case. Such a valuable guitar. It's too bad it got burned. What was it that you were saying earlier? Something about intriguing results from an examination of the guitar. Oh, that's right. What was that all about? Well, you know how guitars have round holes in the front. Yeah. It is called a sound hole. Ah, so that is what it's called. Is it called a sound hole? It feels like it's a really shitty name. Well, I found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. A broken device? Yeah, the igniter. That was kind of obvious, to be fair. Yes, it is in fact. The examiner is busy with evidence for the case right now, however. So we'll be checking this out once it's finished with everything else. Oh, that device looks strangely familiar. I don't think this is gonna help, and I don't know if we want to show it, but let's just do this. It has to be one of these. What is it, Apollo? That device that was found in your guitar. Take a look at this. Why? That looks like the same thing. What is it? It's an igniter. Another one? It was at the crime scene in Lemuroy's dressing room. Detective Sky found it, actually. At the scene of the crime. What could that mean, I wonder? Well, I don't know what that means there, but you should be more understanding that someone remotely triggered the fire. It doesn't seem to really give a shit about that. We did say that this was apparently important things. I don't think... Yeah. Just gonna check if that changed something, but it didn't. So I think we kind of like... I'm gonna check the details on this thing. It's lightly scorched, and then there is this. It's burned clean through. Yep, it's pretty much a useless piece of junk. It's kinda like you after trial, Apollo. Which part, the burned clear through or the useless piece of junk? Fair enough. I would say burn because, yeah, people can get burned out after, like, a lot of hard work, so... With the piece of junk part, I am kinda questioned about that. Is there anything else we could check? We'll check the guitar. What the hell is that? What's that in the plate there? Is that a gum? Gum? Maybe it was chewing it when the phone rang. So you put it in a plate with a lot for consumption. You think a rock star could afford a fresh stick? Don't jump to any conclusions now. That's no chewing gum. Take a closer look. Although I really shouldn't be offering, should I? What is that? It looks like a lump of plastic. Wait, that phone call. I thought he was talking about the device thing. Prosecutor Gavin, does this have something to do with that tussle? Wait a sec. You were listening in on my phone call, weren't you? Who? Us? I tried to stop him, really, but he forced me to. You were the one dragging me, digging it for a scandal, Miss Reporter. To tell the truth, I'm not even sure what it is. But apparently it's a model of something undercover agent Tussle was after. This lump. Would you mind telling us what you know about it? This was found in Mr. Tussle's bag. It's apparently a replica of something. Replica? A small lump about 1.5 inches long. We analyzed it, but there is not much to say other than it's a lump of plastic. Perhaps it was being used in the identification of whatever it is replicated of. You mean whatever Mr. Tussle was after? That seems to be the most logical explanation. Well, what is it? Don't ask me, Fräulein. Oh, if you don't want to tell us, you could just say so. I have put in a request to Interpol via my contacts in Bulgaria, but apparently there is a block on information somewhere along the chain. Oh. There's something either Interpol or Bulgaria doesn't want to share. There's something about this little piece of plastic. Mr. Tussle went through all that trouble to become Lammeror's manager, just to come to this country to find out more about this lump. And he died for it. What is that for lump anyway? Like, they say it's plastic, but it's a replica as well. Oh. There we go. A little drink as well. I've sent some to the Colosseum to fetch Lammeror. Perhaps you know something about it, being a Burgundian. I believe that covers everything. I'm at liberty to talk to you about. Oh. Thanks for dropping by, forehead. Thanks. Why, you gave me so much information. The igniter, for example. Oh, that. I never met an attorney so forthcoming with a prosecution. It's a big help. Or perhaps you just naive. I guess I could have hid it, but somehow showing it felt like the right thing. I could say the same to you, Prosecutor Gavin. But thanks for information about the strange lump of plastic. The one that Mr. Tussle was investigating. Hey, that's right. I've been thinking, her forehead. We encounter many incidents in our lives, all of us. Not all of them simple. Especially not the ones where people are killing to song lyrics. That is why I try to at least remain simple inside. And I keep a simple goal, to discover the truth. That's why I like to keep relations civil, yeah. And that is all. I can live with that. Mr. Prosecutor, Fräulein, can I ask you why you sing in your band? Uh, because I want women to turn and look when I walk down the street. That reminds me of... What was his name? The guy from Ghostbusters. I don't remember the actor's name. But I remember my father showed of when he went on tour somewhere and like met with some military people. And when he just said that the women turn and look when walking down the street, it just reminded me when he was having this stand-up thing for like the military. And in the middle of that, the goddamn like trumpet started blaring, and everyone just turned around. Like everyone just put their back towards. It was like that it just went a second. Bloody brilliant. That's pretty simple too. Well, if you excuse me, I got work to do. Another time, perhaps. Alright, let's go. Where should we go? Detention center? Actually, before we do anything, let's check this thing out. It's a lump of no. Oh, no shit. No shit, it's a replica. When it bloody says sample on the whole bloody thing. Sample, huh? Think they put a big enough label on it? Maybe it's to keep people from eating it by mistake. Yeah, they might think it was an otherwise tasty multicolored lump of plastic. Maybe it's a manufacturer. Sample toys when you can't afford real Jesus. Sounds like a company Mr. Wright would like. Yeah, I don't know what this is. It's a lump of plastic, but the coloring of this makes it looks like it's supposed to be like some sort of gem. Like, it looks 3D printed just because of the layering of this thing. But the coloring, it feels like it's supposed to look like some sort of gem. The problem is they made it out of really simple plastic, and that's why people just became like, I have no fucking clue what this thing is supposed to be. Looks like Machi is in for questioning. Huh. Police must have begun an interpreter. That's not fair. I wish we could talk to him. I guess we just have to come back later if we want to see him. Guess so. I mostly just went there to check, actually. Well, we have done about that. I don't think I need to talk too much about other stuff. Let's go back to the Colosseum. Oh, it's you. You came at a good time. Oh, hello there, Emma. What's up? Either of you know where Lamirori is? Well, I saw her in the backstage hallway a while ago. Yeah, that's strange. What's strange? I can't find her anywhere. I was supposed to bring her to the prosecutor's office. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I actually thought that she was just looking for her and she already were at the office, but no. Lamirori's missing? It's hard to imagine her wandering off somewhere on her own. Being that she's blind and all. Yeah, we'll help you look for her. Great, thanks. Huh. Okay, that's an interesting fact. Where the hell is she? This place is deserted. I wonder where Lamirori went off to. I'm sure she's okay on her own. She seems resourceful. I guess. But I can't help being a little worried. I don't think she's in her own dressing room. Let's go to the stage. Just checking. Whoa. In the wings. The stage is pitch black. The power breaker must have be off for this section. Great. I'll go get someone. Ah. Yipes, it's really dark out there. Dark. That's all Lamiror has when you think about it. Would we like to live in a world of darkness? Hey, Apollo. What? Does something about the stage seem different to you? The piano? Wait, is actually the piano? No, wait, hold on. There is something in the guitar case. Changed. I can't put my finger on it, but it's bugging me. Now it's bugging me too. What's she talking about? Yo, there is some... Well, yeah, let's just walk away from here. We found something interesting. Let's just move away. That's what people are supposed to do in horror games, not these games. Hey, that case! Wasn't it open before? Can she no, wait, this... I was about to say Michi's in here, but he's supposed to be in for questioning and shit. If he's in here, I am so questioned how he got out. I guess someone closed it. Wait, look! But the case closed. Yeah, something's sticking out. That doesn't look like an instrument. You don't think it's... Let's open it, Apollo! Holy shit. What instrument is supposed to be in there? I'm not joking. Like, she fit in there. Either she is small as hell and thin, because to be fair, like, I might not be like small, but I can basically fit like in a goddamn book box. Not even joking. But this thing looks really big. Like, it's some sort of, like, you know, bass violin. What is it called? Emma, we have to get Emma. She just wanted to take a nap. Emma was taken directly to hospital. Emma ran around barking orders, making phone calls. Trucy clung to my arm and cried. And me, I was still in shock. 2 bodies in 2 days is too many. Oh shit, why do I get the feeling we're gonna meet a specific character here? Emma, how's Lamiroy? Is she okay? Ah, you. We owe you a big thanks, that for sure. So, she's okay? Yes, she came into a short while ago. I found her before it was too late. That's good to hear. So, what happened? Someone attacked her. She was struck on their forehead. By who? We don't know. But they hit her in the forehead. That's right in front of her. Mate, you forgot she's blind. Right. Would you like to see her now? Is that alright? I mean, she wants to thank you for saving her life. Lammeror. Ah, Mr. Attorney. You are the one who found me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just glad you're okay. Tell me what happened. You need to know something at least, right? It was after I spoke with you in front of the dressing room. I sensed someone approaching. I thought it might be someone coming to see me, but they said nothing. When I went to return to my dressing room, you were hit. I knew that very moment. I knew the assailant was trying to kill me. No. It was lucky for me the first blow didn't knock me out. I turned around for the stage. Someone chasing me. I could hear footsteps. Yet I reached the stage first. Why the stage? I had overheard my maintenance people talking. The power to the stage area was off. They said for electrical work. Yeah, we know, because when we went there we couldn't see shit. Darkness is my ally. There was a contrabass, that's what it probably was called. Case near the stage. That is where I hid. So the assailant couldn't see you. Once in the case, I'm afraid I passed out. Okay, I was about to say that basically the first blow didn't knock you out, so he knocked you out with one other blow. And because of that, he put you in there, which was making no sense. Do you have any idea who it might have been? Anything. Voice of their fart, the sound of the heels. Hiccups. I don't know. Unfortunately, no. Whoever it was, they said not a word. Too bad. Yet, when I consider that I was struck high on the forehead, I must conclude that whoever it was hit me was taller than I am. Good point. She's sharp. Also, if someone wanted to kill her, it would be like, no one can really say, oh, Machi did it. It is a fucking person. Like, there's no way for him to basically be there. So the question is, like, what's going on there then? They're probably gonna say, oh, he has an co-worker or something like that, what is it called? And you're much taller than I am. You're about as tall as Apollo. So that means it was likely an adult. And probably a man. To be him. But why would anyone attack you, Lamorar? The detective asked me this too. And to her I gave the same answer. I give you, I do not know. I'm gonna... This thing looks like it has texture, so I'm gonna give her this. Lamorar, I wanted to ask you about this. Do you know anything about this? This is what? Mr. Tussle was carrying it. It's a replica of the thing he was after. He was after. You know, hidden his secret identity as an undercover agent. So that's what he was doing. You mean, you know what? Yes, I know, of course. This must be a Bulgarian cocoon. It's like, is it like the Russian egg? Or rather a convincing replica thereof. I haven't heard of a Bulgarian cocoon before. Why would he be carrying this around? Was it some kind of souvenir? I wonder. What is that? What is a Bulgarian cocoon? Well, they call it Bulgania. It must only be found in Bulgania. And for certain all Bulgarians know of these. It's a cocoon, so do you get silk from it? I do not know the details, I'm sorry to say. I saw you said that all in Bulgaria knew of these. There is one fact I do know about the cocoon though. Something all Bulgaria know. What's that? The cocoons, they are not meant to be taken out of the country. If someone does, and is caught, they will be put to death. To death? Why? I do not know. Yet, if Interpol was involved, I'm sure there is a good reason. But this is just a piece of plastic. He was carrying a replica, but looking for the real deal. That's my best guess. So that's what he was up to. Tracking down a Bulgarian cocoon smuggling. Smuggling? It seems I was marked. Marked? Life changed for me with the popularity of my songs. I began to travel around the world. So you could have brought the Bulgarian cocoons with you? On my trip, yes, that was probably suspicion. And Miss Lutosa was placed as an undercover agent to look into it. Bulgaria is a small, sheltered country. Not many of our people venture into the world outside. It feels a bit odd though, because Interpol, if I'm not mistaken, is like, okay, it should shift. Shit happen around the world, like, oh, one place goes to another. Then they do this because they're basically law reinforcements of like in between the countries. But basically to say like, oh, they have the death sentence if they bring this, it feels like very wrong for them to like, oh, we're gonna bring him back because of like this. But at the same time, what am I to say? It's smuggling in this sense. It just felt very odd that, oh, you brought one of these out, you were gonna die. Like, the fuck? But Mr. Tussle wasn't a Bulgarian, was he? He was an Interpol agent, which means... What, Apollo? There must be some reason why Bulgaria doesn't want those cocoons getting out. Something scary enough to get Interpol involved. Like what? How could such a tiny ball of thread cause such a commotion? Cocoon smuggling. Also, they call it cocoon. It might not be a cocoon. It might be some sort of gem. It couldn't be her. There's one other person I need to talk to. Thank you for talking to us, Lamirar. It was the least I could do. Actually, I have another request. If it is within my power, I need an interpreter. Someone who speaks Burganian. Apollo? Would you come with us? If you're well enough. I see. Yes. Yes, of course. I shall accompany you. Where are we going? Come on, Trisu. We're about to get to the bottom of this. And finally be able to understand the language a bit. Machi, we came to talk to you about the case. Machi. Oh, you got shocked as you... Didn't you interpret it for us, Lamiror? Yes. Machi, I'd like to talk to you about when we first met. When we still thought you were blind. We know the truth. You can see, right? I was completely fooled myself. Machi, isn't there another secret you're hiding from us? Wait, Mr. Thurney, what do you mean by secret? What do you mean by secret? Well... If I'm not mistaken, you know something about this, don't you? That was, I'm not gonna lie, just a guess. Because my other secret was you understand English. But I don't really have any proof of that. And the only thing that basically links with him is like this. Which, it doesn't mean anything. I have this, which, yes. I don't really have much more. But well, with his reaction. Hey, you got a reaction. A big one. Machi, you didn't. Truce and I are trained to see people's uncertainties. Not that we would have needed any training to see that one. Mr. Thurney, please, tell me... Namiror, please. Interpret it. Interpret. Translate. I'm just gonna say translate. Very well. Now you know something about this by your reaction. If you won't tell me, I might have to give it to the prosecution. And have them look into it. He asks you to wait. Do not be here so hasty. Machi! Do you know everything? Yes, everything. Well, sort of. Have him tell us about it. Very well. The cocoon. Okay, talk about the cocoon. What is this cocoon anyway? The cocoon, the silk, is a potent cure. A cure? Oh, so that's, I guess, is why it's not allowed to leave. Because it's like, if people knew about it, then goddamn. But as I said, like, why would Interpol be interested in it? Because for them it might just be like, oh, people should know about it. Because a cure is a cure, that's a good thing. Must be cure some disease. It's a cure for... incurities. A cure for incurities? Okay. Don't know what that is. But if it is a cure, why keep it in Burgania like that? Just think of all the lives you could save by sharing the medicine. I do not understand the reason myself. Okay, well, at least we know what it is. A cure. I mean, the tussle was after cocoon smugglers. Wait, was Machi? Machi, you weren't. Oh, Machi, you weren't. He couldn't be a smuggler. He's so little. Well, you're only 15 and you're sort of a magician, aren't you? Well, that's true. I'm sort of a magician. She said sort of. Oh, you have a copy of that security of that security camera tape. Well, Machi, are you a smuggler? Translate. He won't tell me. I don't really trust that. Just because of the way he said something, she said something, and then she just, oh, You won't tell me. Like, you said something. I wonder. You think he brought a cocoon here to sell it to someone? If Machi really did bring one into the country, was he planning on making a deal for its sale? Oh, now it's online. I can't go home. Can't go home? Oh, he's freaking out here. I can't go home to Burgania. I don't want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Burgania is death. That's right, it's punishable by death. About the case? What about the case? He wants to tell us about Miss Letussel's death. Who the hell is stopping me? Oh, for... Varian! What do you mean visiting hours aren't over yet? There's a call from Machi from Burgania Embassy. This meeting is over. Sorry. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that. Sorry. No go. Come on, piano boy. We're leaving. Darian, wait! Never liked you. Either of you. Huh? Okay, he started to feel more weird than anything now. Also, to be fair, he's also Burganian. To be fair, if I'm not mistaken... Wait, was he a Bulgarian? Hold on. Can I like check this? It was like Bulgarian as well, right? Guitarist from the Governors. His job is a detective in Criminal Affairs Division 3. Am I fucking around about saying he was Bulgarian? Or am I just tripping balls? Because basically just bringing out, oh, I don't like either of you. It's like, mate, we didn't ask you. Why did you even bring that up? Darn it, we were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo. He didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say. Apollo. There can only be one reason why. Why is everyone ignoring me? Oh, sorry. This is it. I know who I'm after now. We're gonna get down the shark boy. We're gonna flip the shark boy. Get rotated. Let's go. Anyone ready to rotate a shark now? Also, I know that I've been going around a lot on the internet, but what, like, who even thought it was an idea to rotate a shark? Like, why, in the first place, rotate the shark? Who wasn't mad level enough to actually do that? Well, this is it. Today is the day it all goes down. And then there was yesterday. A fucking Darian and his shark outfit. I say shark outfit just because of like the goddamn teeth and the tooth on there. Also, you cannot see it from the front, but goddamn that hairdo is long. Like, I can poke someone's eye out. I'm pretty certain if he lived in a fantasy land of medieval lad, he would be the one to break down goddamn barricades. He headbutted with his hair. And to think I know why, than to bring down a little justice. Who just banged? What was that? I forgot his voice. Valiant Grammare, I exclaimed as he walked in through the door, normally. You aren't a witness today, are you, Uncle Valiant? A preposterous proposition. How could I stand upon the stand? Why, my secret would be free for the plucking. I might even have to sign autographs. That is why I intend to remain hidden for the entire day. Oh, with a vanishing magic? Indeed. I will jump upon an express train and express myself over the next town over. But before I go, A word of warning. Warning? What? A grand grammar glamour resides at the root of all that has happened. Do not forget this truth. A glamour. A spell. A sorcery. A great illusion. Miss Trucy, I thought it pains me to part, so I need to get in line for a ticket. Farewell. There he goes. He sure seemed happy about that illusion thing. How big illusions are the bread and butter for a magician? You can't pull off a show without one. The big illusions is always a spectacle to remember. It usually involves cutting up things. I didn't even press the thing there. She was way too excited for that. So he was talking about what we saw at the concert. Lamiror's disappearing act. The prosecutor's gaving exploding guitar. I wonder what he means by it being the root of all that happened. Well, it's about time. Here we go. Excuse me, sir. Yes? The schedule starting for the trial has been changed. The trial will not be commencing until 10:30 a.m. Sorry for the inconvenience. Did something happen? This is a first. It was by the judge's request. Some urgent personal business. Great. I bet he stayed up too late last night watching courtroom dramas. Apparently he's visiting the hospital again. The hospital? I believe it was a mention that the Chief Justice's son is unwell. Apparently his condition worsened considerably this morning. Oh fuck, think if the cocoon is supposed to be for the Chief Justice's son. Oh, that's right. I remember yesterday morning. The judge said I had to go and visit him after the trial. There is an article about it in the newspaper. If you care to read about it yourself. Well, to be fair, we have about like fucking 40 minutes. Yeah, 40 minutes actually. Alright, I'm gonna read about it. Incurities. Where have you heard that? Oh! Ha! Haha! I was right. But wait, why would Machi... Well, like, sure, if he's a smuggler, then fair enough. That's like what they do. But most of the time, just smuggling in, and then someone does the distribution. But I feel like this was a very, very particular one. Chief Justice's son has a disease. They need a cocoon. They got one by Machi. I feel like there is something going on here, especially about this. I'll let you read that article for us, Apollo. Just get a TV guide page to me. Try not to lose the page with the funnies if you can. That is basically how you share a newspaper. Everyone likes their own little thing and you just take them apart and here you go. God, I actually delivered a newspaper when I was younger. There was a time where I had one extra goddamn whole bag of newspapers. I didn't have anything to use it for, so I just brought it home. Apologize for the delay. Oh god, I don't know why, but like making his voice sometimes just make me want to like, not off, but it's like I'm using so much of like my stomach when I'm trying to like do his voice. The court is now in session with the trial. How do I say this name again? Machi Dubai, well, suspect Fortemuso. Right, it's his trial, in any case. The defense is prepared, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready to rock. Is something wrong, Your Honor? No, well, yeah. It's just, I've been friends with the Chief Justice since we were students. It pains me to see he's going through such a difficult time. Incurities, wasn't it? That article said there is no cure. Judge, let me say, with all honesty, I feel your pain. But now is not the time for tears. Now is time for law. Indeed. We left over quite a juncture yesterday. Yeah. And they figured out he was a Interpol agent. But yeah, that's also the thing. It's incurable, but that's because no one has wanted to get it outside of Bulgaria, because it's illegal to do that. But why would Oh. Perhaps this might be a hell of a fucking stretch. But what if the Interpol agent was not supposed to bring it back? Because that's exactly what I said. Like, why would Interpol want to keep a state secret of a cure for a incurable disease? Like, oh, they're smuggling something that can cure people. We want it back in our country. Oh, we fixed that. They are from another country. Like, basically, why would they say yes to that? So what if, in a sense, like, Tussle wasn't a smuggler, but he was kind of like the delivery person. He was helping out with it. Either he was the smuggler, who knows? Because he did have a replica. Why he had a replica was because he did not know what they looked like. But perhaps it was that the Chief Justice managed to get some connections to get Interpol to basically, or personally, Mr. Letussel, to get there to get a cure. And that is basically how he ended up being a manager for those two, to be brought back here. And that is basically why he got killed. Because for Bulgaria, it's basically you're gonna get the death sentence by basically smuggling these. So for them, it doesn't probably matter. So what if a Bulgarian basically went like, you are trying to steal this from our country, you are fucked. He was not supposed to stop it, he was supposed to help it, because of the Chief Justice's son. I think that is what's going on. That is what's going on right now. Oh yeah, I don't read this because it's basically the rerun from the last time. Quite a sensational ending. Who would have thought Darian would guess the star in the season cliffhanger as a suspect? I asked the prosecution to look into this matter. Please tell the court your findings. Darian Crescent is a member of my band, the Governors. He is also a detective, making the current charges serious indeed. Yet, after the investigation, I have found no cause to alter our case or file new charges. And your reason is? Weren't you aware, Her Forehead? He has an impeccable alibi. An alibi? Let's review the facts again, shall we? The concert held on the night of the shooting was in 3 sets. Their sets, Lamoureux's set, and the 3rd set. The Governors ripped up the stage during the 1st set. For the 2nd, our guest took center stage. The only performers appearing was myself, along with a drummer and bassist, for a total of 5. The shooting in the dressing room, however, took place during the 3rd set. Lamoureux and the defendant, Machi Tobias, had left the stage at that point, and the Governors were already rocking. This is when the 2 shots rang out at the scene of the crime. Shots heard by Detective Emma Sky, mind you. And Apollo, you heard them too, right? Sure did. Could the igniter have, like, lit something? To, like, make it look like the bang happened earlier? Furthermore, Lamoureux herself witnessed the moment of the crime. Well, perhaps I should say she heard the moment of the crime. where she claims she have heard Mr. Latussel and Detective Crescent talk. But that is impossible. Detective Crescent was... precisely. Detective Crescent was on the stage, getting his grooves no less. Tussle with a muscle. Voila. A perfect alibi. Does the defense have anything to add to this? It's true. When I heard those gunshots, it must have been on stage. Still, there is something here that doesn't quite add up. It appears the defense has no objections. I believe we can satisfy say that Darian Crescent's alibi has been acknowledged. Which means that Lamoureux was sadly mistaken. Her testimony cannot be true. Very well, of course. If you disregard her testimony, then I see no evidence keeping us from declaring a verdict. If indeed there are no objections. Apollo! If he declares a verdict now... Yo, Prosecutor Gavin's case is airtight. Lamoureux might have been lying to protect Machi. I can rely on her testimony. Wait, what about yesterday's in the detention center? Yeah, he came in and stopped us. Machi was trying to tell us something, I know it. Maybe the best thing to do is to ask him under oath. Very well, the court fined the defendant... what was his name again? Your Honor? No, that wasn't it. I was something like a Marquis or... Mr. Justice? Your Honor, before you declare a verdict, I would like to call out a witness. Exactly who else do you need to hear from? A witness who until now has not been given a chance to speak in court. Because he doesn't speak English. Oh, you don't mean? I do. The defense called the defendant Machi Tobias to the stand. What? But he doesn't speak English. Well, we'll use a translator. I'm not gonna try. A translator? I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. I only speak a few phrases such as I love you and where is the toilet. The defense would like to request Lamoureux as the translator. Lamoureux? There's a possibility she's protecting the defendant. But she be translating for the defendant. Why would she lie? This is most unusual. Bravo, half-forehead. Judge, the prosecution agrees with the defense request. If Lamoureux lies, I'll be able to tell. Even my limited knowledge of the language should be enough for that. Well, if both prosecution and defense are for this, I see little cause for refusal. Bailiff, please show the defendant and Lamoureux to the witness stand. So one is the tongue and one is the eyes. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Shall we proceed? Your name to begin with. If you would, Lamoureux. Yes. He says Machi Tobias, the defendant. This is certainly a first for the courtroom. Now we really need an interpretation of that message in particular. So far, so good. Very well. Mr. Justice, if you would like. If I would what, Your Honor? What? You called the defendant to the stand, did you not? What would you have him testify about? What do I want him to testify about? I hadn't thought that far yet. Apollo, aren't you going to ask him what he was about to tell us yesterday? How can I if I don't know what he was saying? Excuse him a moment, if I might speak. Yes, Lamoureux. Just now Machi said there is something about which he wishes to testify. Machi wants to testify about something. What could it be? Something tells me that the Bulgarians basically gave him some sort of deal like, you don't fucking say shit. One moment, please. I am certain of it. The suspense is killing me. What? 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 Well, let me roar. According to Machi, he has proof of his innocence. But what? Why do we hear about this first? This is a surprise. Woo! Victory, Apollo, we did it! This is sounding too good to be believed. And I know what that usually means. Well, if that's true, then this vital testimony. Lemuror, I mean Machi, both of you, please testify to the court. Very well. He says that word of Miss Letussel's death came as a great shock. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, that is, he, could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them. That is actually quite fair. That is actually quite fair. Like, he doesn't understand them. How the hell should he actually do that? I see. He would have understood the English lyrics to the song. That would prevent him from following them so closely. I wonder what he meant by proof. Why, he would only have to ask Lemuror to know the meaning of the song. Lemuror, did you ever explain the lyrics of that song to him? I did tell him generally what the song was about, but I never in so much detail, and he never asked. As of my repeated warning, I already fled that forehead. Lemuror might be protecting the witness. Well, anyway, let us proceed with the cross-examination. Mr. Justice, if you would. Something's hidden in that testimony, I know it. I'll just have to trust my bracelet to tell me where. It worked yesterday. It'll work today. Just don't forget to charge the batteries of that thing. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna just see here. Perceive. Because I'm allowed to perceive any of these. I'm just gonna have to find something. Whoa! Oh, hold on. I found something. He was looking at one direction. Here again, here again, here again. I found it! He says that because the lyrics are in English. Gotcha! He doesn't understand them. Machi, you can't fool my eyes. You glanced toward her the very moment Lemuror said the word English. Why? And don't bother translating that. He understands me. Machi, tell the truth. You can understand English, can't you? What are you saying? Of course he can't. Must he continue this charade? Mr. Justice, Machi says this. I know the word English. Huh? Before coming to this country, he heard me speaking English. He learned the name of this language, that is all. Well, give me a break. Is that such an unusual word to understand? Do you not know Espanol, for instance? Well, yeah, but... I'm sorry, but it truly does not understand your language. Well, then explain this. How does he know the crime followed the lyrics? Have you already been such a suspicious-minded lad? It is simple, so simple it hardly requires an explanation. He read about it in the newspaper. I can prove that he didn't, because he cannot read English the newspaper. The Bulgarian Daily Bugle. Yeah, okay, hold on. Just to go back and re-inform here. An article about the case, it doesn't mention the lyrics. Yeah. They have already begun to report about this case in our homeland. I was right. What is wrong, Mr. Justice? Your eyes, they are quite fierce all of a sudden. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm just tripping on shrooms with all of the background. Yeah, I know he's lying. I have here a Bulgarian newspaper. The Bulgarian Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. Indeed, there is a a feature article about the case. Could you read this for me, Machi? That's right. It doesn't mention the lyrics. What? What is this all about? I'm sorry, Machi. You couldn't have read about the lyrics in the Bulgarian newspaper. Bam! This is going forward today. Some days going slow and some days going fast. Like, it depends on how my head works and what is going on in the game. Wait, well, what does this mean, actually? But I don't see how it's possible. I know. You must have heard the lyrics when the police were doing their questioning. Yes. Not possible. The subject of the lyrics was not brought up in the police questioning. I read the full report myself. So the lyrics weren't in the newspaper and the police didn't mention them. The only place you could have heard them was in this courtroom. In English, no less. But the witness will explain himself, both self. Machi says... He says... Yes, we are waiting, actually. It is true, I read the newspaper. But this is not where I learned of the lyrics. I was mistaken. Now I remember. You remember? He says he heard it of the lyrics from me. What? Okay. Is this true, Lamaror? Yes, I'm afraid I've forgotten it myself. Then it looks like a forehead's been jumping to conclusion again. It seems so, yes. Something is off here. Well, time is an issue today. Mr. Justice, are you finished with the cross-examination? What are you going to do, Apollo? If I'm going to keep on cross-examination, I better have an angle of attack. Or else... My brace is still reacting. Your Honor, please allow me to continue. If you must, you must. Very well, witness. I understand. Damn, someone is lying here. It was I who explained that the crime followed the song. Okay, here a grain. Okay, I'm gonna pass on this one just for now. It said it was still reacting, so it might be either one of the other ones, but I am uncertain, so I'm gonna go through all of them and see here. I'm gonna focus on Machi here. Okay. Here again, and let's check out... Okay, to be fair, it doesn't seem to be too much there. Okay, great shock. But the killing truly followed the song of the lyrics. It says... Oh. I'm gonna stare him dead in the eye. Okay, pass. I think it's somewhere on the last one. Because these are more or less like fill-ups. It's like, oh, his death came as a great shock. That is fair. But if the killing followed the song, I could not have done it. It says that because he doesn't understand English. This is the one that basically meant it. These two are basically following until the conclusion. So I guess it must be this one. But I do wonder what is changing then. I'm gonna look at this hair, dude. That might be doing something. Okay. Lamiror, I'm currently cross-examining Machi. Why should you be uncertain? Me? Uncertain? Yes, you swallowed the very moment you told the court it was I who explained. I see. There's a little point in trying to hide anything from you. Lamiror, are you indeed protecting someone? That is not a question with a simple answer. To tell the truth, I do not believe it myself. Then allow me to answer for you. Lamiror, you're protecting... Lamiror, are you protecting Machi? That's why you lied and told us that you had explained how the crime followed the song. I don't fault you for trying to help, but this is not the way. Machi, I believe you didn't do it, really. I trust you. But you lied to us twice. And now you have Lamirors lying on your behalf. If this is going to work, you have to trust me too. Your two lies cover a simple truth. You understand English. You have to. There we go. Now he speaks English to us. Speaking dein English. Yep. Witness, is this true? Do you understand English? Yes, a little. What? First you could see, now you can talk. And you did not know about this, Lamiror? No, I did not. It is quite a surprise. How many secrets is this witness hiding? This is last. Machi, could you tell us what really happened? No shooting. I did no shooting. So you weren't in the dressing room when I heard that it was 2 gunshots, correct? Yeah, apparently the answer to that question isn't simple either. I was in dressing room. Behind desk. Manager, he on floor. Which would it be after the shooting, right? Then there is voice. Voice? What voices? Was it you and Emma, Apollo? So when Machi went into the dressing room, Miss Latussula had already been shot. And then we came to the door. Panel high up. I take off, run away. Run away. So, it was you who escaped through that air vent. As the prosecution has upheld all along, no less. The defendant has admitted to being at the scene. I would take this as a confession. No, he's clearly denied that he did it. No shooting. Manager on floor. Already on floor. The victim had already been shot, you say. I found that hard to believe. The defendant understood the song lyrics. He was at the scene of the crime. This can only mean one thing. He is the shooter. Does the defendant have anything to say to this? He's clammed up, Apollo. Then does that, Mr. Justice? Will require any further testimony from the witness? Is that it? Is there nothing else I could get from him to testify about? Wait, no. Of course there is. Yeah, it's a cure. We're gonna talk about the smuggling thing. I'm uncertain if he actually is a smuggler. The cocoon has to be something to do with this. Matchip, please. Tell us about tell us the truth for your own sake. No. No more speak. Not to any of you. So much for your precious trust, forehead. Hey, you were the one who didn't believe him. Regardless, this brings us to an impasse. It does seem that the defense and the defendant are at odds. I thought we were likely to learn anything more of value, should this continue. I see no other course but to declare a 5-minute recess. The defense will work things out with the defendant so that we might proceed. Apollo Justice. That's justice. Better learn how to say it if you ever want to get some. Believe I know shooting. And she claims that Mr. Tussle was already down on the ground when he entered the room. Maybe it was a trap and he walked right into it. Suddenly, I hear revolver. Close. Very close. Then I hear voice. You heard gunshots? Yes, true is true. I heard revolver. But only sound. Wait, you're saying you went to the dressing room and found Little Tussle already dead, and then you heard shots? If that's true... Oh! That's probably why there is a speaker on the circuit. Like, if that is not a speaker, then I am overthinking this a lot. But that would explain kind of the whole speaker thing, actually. Yo, Gandhi, welcome to the stream. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. We have learned now that this kid actually can speak English. Or at least barely. And you escaped through the air vent. Oh, that was the wrong voice. I know. How are you doing? I hope you have a good Tuesday. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Yep. What do you know? I know if opening vent, I can leave stage and back. Stage. Yo, so you can see and you can speak English. Yes, exactly. Well, he can barely speak English. Like, I would say it's someone who understands and can speak, but cannot clearly speak. It's like he just puts the word where he knows they might fit. Hey, he's right. Oh, hey, he's right. Look, Apollo. Yeah. But how did you know it was connected like that? Wait, I bet his father was the architect that designed the hall or something. I hear this from Magician. Magician? Oh, shit. The Magician. The... Fuck, what's his name? Vastish. Fuck, I always forget his goddamn name. Valant. Why do I forget Valant? Grammary. I've had a pretty good Tuesday. I've been pretty productive, which is more than the last few days. So yeah, I'm pretty good. That is fair, to be honest. Like, there are some days it goes slow, some days it goes better. Like, even for me. Today has been half slow. I played some game, watched some stuff, and then I just sat down, just tested out my game thing again. I don't really know how to continue with it. I feel I need more tools rather than just a crystal and a candle and a healing thing. But I'm a bit uncertain what to bring in there. So what I did today was to build basically a little test map. Basically 2 rooms with cursed objects. And just check how it went, basically. I also started playing Resident Evil Outbreak. And that has been pretty rough. Fair enough. But yeah, so I did that. And I also did some world building just to see if I could continue with it. But yeah, Outbreak File 2 is the only Outbreak I remember. That was actually fun. But damn, it is difficult because you're already infected in that game. It's basically on a timer. I would say that is like a... What is it called? Arcade game, basically. Just timed for fun, for us just a moment, we say so. Well, at least we're clear on one thing. Matchy did not shoot Mr. Tussle. Yeah, but what does that leave us with? We're supposed to say he went into the room to find the body, and then he heard the shots. That's one going over, well, in court not. Apollo, you're his defense. You're supposed to believe whatever he says, even lies. I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what Daddy always told me. I'll just pretend you misheard him every time. So, what do we do? You sure you won't testify, Matchy? No talking, no. I'm pretty certain his country is blackmailing him. Because what you basically missed is that we learned that there is this thing Mr. Tussle had on him. I think it was at least Mr. Tussle. Which is basically a replica of a cocoon, which is the remedy for a sickness. And basically smuggling these out. Oh, I think I've just been spoiled with a big inventory of briefcase from Resident Evil 4. Because in Outbreak you only have like 4 inventory slots and managing keys. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, that explains why I always choose that woman. Because everyone has their own skills and there's this woman that has a backpack. And I always choose her because fuck inventory. Oh god, you just brought back a memory. Holy shit. But yeah, so basically he had this thing, and smuggling these remedies out of Borgania is a death sentence. That is a death sentence from them. So here is what's kind of confusing. Why would a... what did they say? Interpol agent try to find a smuggler of a remedy? Because sure, like if they would be inter-country terrorist thieves and stuff like that, yes. But if it is like a remedy that a country has, why would Interpol basically say, yeah, we will take care of it? Because I just feel like that's not something for Interpol to do. That's not something that basically causes the other people to bring. I think oh yeah. The guy I choose was useless shit. His perk is that he gets a gun at the very start of the level, but I couldn't find any bullet for his gun, so I just ended up being useless. That is fair. I would say that is like a if you need it kind of gun. Which some games does have. So something, I believe that he's not supposed to find the smuggler. He's supposed to help the smuggler. And the reason is because the Chief Justice's son is infected with the same disease this remedy is for. So what I think that is that someone from Borgania killed the Interpol guy to stop them from basically taking the remedy, because no one is supposed to know that Borgania has a remedy for this uncurable disease. Oh, this is a replica of a cocoon for a remedy. That is what it's a replica for. And I think that because we were asking this guy, like yesterday in game, and the detective, the shark detective, came in and said, no, fuck you, he has a call from his country. And I feel like his country told them that we will spare you or we will do something as long as you don't say shit. Because they don't want the rest of the world to know there is a remedy for this. The remedy is their own. No one else is supposed to know about it. So I think someone from Bulgaria is basically just like... What Bulgaria? Burgania. I don't know why I went to Bulgaria. Burgania basically just started killing people here because they need to stop people from knowing the cure. So I think that the Interpol agent is here to basically give the person the cure. Because it is way too much of a chance that the Chief Justice's son is sick of a cure. Is sick of a disease that can be cured by something that just has to be smuggled out from a country. That basically has a death sentence if it's being smuggled out. So I think he is like under quote-unquote death oath or something. Well, it was worth a shot. That cocoon. Yeah, he was about to say something about the cocoon. Yeah, you can't go home. You can't go home because basically... Wait, so the shark dude wasn't the killer. People say he isn't because the guy was dead, was killed on the third set, and the shark dude was up there, but I think that's false. Can't go home. I can't go home to Bulgaria. I don't want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Bulgaria is death. That's right, it's punishable by death. Of course, he's scared. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to try and do a different approach. That's the spirit, Apollo. So what's your plan? If Machi won't testify about it, we'll just have to get someone else to testify. Someone else? Because the thing is, the shark dude basically came into the witness stand and told the guy he has a phone call. And for no reason just said he doesn't like any of us. No, for no reason, nothing at all, he just said that and just went away. But you know what? This thing was inside the room where the guy was killed. It's an igniter. But the thing on it is a speaker. Like, I don't know if that's a speaker or not, because this is the igniter. I think this is like either a push or a rotary button, and this is the program thing. But this thing looks like a buzzer or a speaker. So this could have made the gunshot, just in case. Because one of this was in the guitar, and one of this was inside the room. And the range is basically up to in between... Yes, the igniter Emma found. The other one was basically in the guitar. And the thing is, it only has a 30-foot range, which is from the dressing room 2, is kinda halfway in between the piano and the drum set. Which means that you need to be in between there to basically use the button. The exact igniter that was in your last Apollo Justice video on YouTube. Yes. Because that was not last week, but that was the last playthrough of this game. Because last week I was doing some Phasmophobia. But you are correct, yes. But yeah, basically it has a 30-foot range. So that would mean that someone could be up on stage to make this happen. But think this now. There were two of them, and one was basically in the guitar, which at the time of ignition was as high up as the tower to the right, which means that it wouldn't be able to be activated from the dressing room 2, nor even 1. It has to have been on the stage. But yes, it was actually on that, absolutely. Also, speaking of YouTube, if anyone has missed something, then you can definitely check that out. I'm trying to actually upload the videos. I've been rather, not busy, but very slow on that uptake. So I'm doing my best to try and like keep the schedule going, at least with the weekly ones. It has not been as easy recently, with the thought of on Thursday I didn't play Octopath, and last Tuesday I didn't play Apollo Justice. So I'm trying my best with at least like what's going on and what's happening. But yes, that is my YouTube for those who want to know. Holy shit, I just realized I have been like... I'm pretty certain I have been an affiliate for 26 months. I do love it. That's cool though. But yeah, I did have my like my thing on like 2 months ago. Okay, but yeah, let's continue. We had a little thought break here. I think we're out of time. Let's get back in there. Right. Righto. Let's go. July 10th, 11:28 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now back in session. Mr. Justice, have you sorted the things out with the defendant? Yes, Your Honor. We had a good talk. Very well. So, will he be testifying? Your Honor, the defendant will not testify. What? Shame. And here I thought this was your big chance to turn the case around. Actually, it is. The defense would like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor. A different angle? If Matthew won't testify, then I know who will. I would like to cross-examine the witness in this case, Lemeroy. Lemeroy! What are you up to now? I thought we determined yesterday that Lemeroy's testimony was insubstantial. There's nothing you can... Lemeroy was taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries. Yeah, wait, what happened? She was assaulted, Your Honor. Assaulted? Someone wanted Lemeroy dead. Thankfully, she was able to save herself. What? I have heard no such report. Prosecutor Gavin. Why would anyone be out to kill Lemeroy? Can you think of a reason? Also, I forgot about that. Yeah, we tried to find her because she was supposed to go to his place for a discussion, and we didn't find her until we looked into the big base case. Oh, well, think of how she's known in our country. A singer from overseas who doesn't speak English, yes? Yet someone tried to keep her mouth shut. Who could that have been? You don't think? Because here's the thing. We're trying to keep Machi of being the guilty one. And as long as he basically was attacked while he was in interrogation and everything, that means that he cannot be the killer. They should basically go on this note, but I don't know if they will. The killer was afraid of her. Oh, thank you for that as well, Gani. Yeah, there is my social as well. Well, thank you. But yes, we have the Twitter and we have the Discord, definitely. Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry, Gani. I completely, utterly forgot. I was so into trying to, like, do some world building just before stream that I completely forgot to start this. Hold on. Thank you. I have not had it on for the whole goddamn day. Or stream. Oh shit, didn't even notice it wasn't there. Yeah. I'm still kind of new with it, so I completely forgot that as well. But it should be up and running very soon. There we go. The killer was afraid of her. Afraid of what she might say. Yes, fish. Cast a line on fish. Something that the killer doesn't want getting out. So I am to understand that this is what you are saying. Perch. Nice. Or perk. I don't know how to actually pronounce it. Namely, that there is a nugget of truth in Lemeroy's testimony. A nugget we have yet to uncover. Exactly. If Lemeroy was attacked, this has serious implications. Hold on. I'm trying to, like... Don't remember, like, the... There is supposed to be some sort of, like... Who has the most gold and stuff, but I don't remember, really. There were some vague points in their testimony today's trial. Perhaps we did not inquire as deeply as we might have into some. The court will hear Lemeroy's testimony once more. Fish! Let's go! I know, like, for example, my friend Lunari has, like, a 5-minute, like, timer on this thing, but there isn't many people around most of the time, which I am trying to change that, but I'm not the best at it, so I'm doing the best I can. But for those who are here enjoying fishing, I don't have a timer, because it's fun to at least see people interacting. Nimbochromis. Sounds like a goddamn Harry Potter spell. We won't ask you to stand again and speak. You need not to apologize. I know that Machi is innocent, and I will do all that I can until the court realizes this. Let's review your testimony from yesterday. You told us you heard 2 gunshots and the shooter's voice through... Oh god, that was a hiccup and a half. And that the voice belonged to Darian Crescent, yes? That is correct. At which point, proven she could not be corrected. She couldn't have heard any of those things. The small window at the scene was closed. I was found to be quite soundproof. You have nothing to say to that, Mr. Justice? I don't know exactly what yet, but I know there's something there. There is, it seems, but you do not know. Yet it is my duty to hear him out. Perhaps the witness would be so kind to testify once more in court. Of course, Your Honor. Okay, so what's going on testify here? I was on my way to the stage, the back stage exit. That's when I heard them. Mr. Tussle and the good detective. I heard a faint sound of the gunshot and stopped. Then I heard another gunshot. There was a smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window. Pretty much the same as yesterday's testimony. I'm sorry. I am not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions are lacking in some way. Yet everything I've said here is the truth. Then it is my strict displeasure to say this. What you have said to have happen is impossible. Do I have to repeat myself? Lemur was attacked because of this testimony. What, Trucy? Apollo, you know, for a moment there, you were pretty cool. Maybe I do better when I don't try to think ahead. Very well, Mr. Justice. Perhaps you can coolly cross-examine the witness. Damn, this judge is with the kids. I was on my way to the stage to back it. Okay, yeah, fair enough. We're gonna just press everything here. Is something wrong? And I said hold it, but she's saying the same thing as she said before. Okay, so I guess just not gonna ask things that aren't really unnecessary. Fair enough, fair enough. The tussle and the detective. Okay, I'm gonna press it anyway. Darian Crescent. Did not know his name at the time, but yes, it was him. The one who took the stand yesterday. How many times do I need to remind you that's impossible? There is no way you could have heard him. Because the window at the scene was closed. Is that why? Of course. Apollo, if we keep asking the same question as yesterday, we won't get anywhere. She's right. Maybe there's a different angle I can try. What were they talking about? Lamar, do you by any chance remember what they were saying to each other? If so, please tell us. I have given it much reflection, but... I was afraid of this. She doesn't remember. I only heard one phrase clearly. A whole phrase? You remember something that was said? Why didn't you say anything yesterday? Thought my memory is clear. I was afraid to speak. You see, I do not understand what was said. This could be it. The clue I've been waiting for. Do you want to take a drink? Oh, fuck. It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Tussle. The shooter then. Darian Crescent. Well, what did he say? It's over. Press the switch now. Switch? The shooter said this to the victim, Mr. Tussle. I thought it quite strange myself afterwards. It is a mystery. What could it possibly mean? Mr. Justice, care to shed some light on this? Ugh, I mean, sure, I'm delighted. It's very vital. Maybe we could add that to the testimony. Maybe, Apollo. Yeah, well, that came out of nowhere, okay? We do have this switch. Oh no, fuck it, I'm gonna press it first before I do anything. And it was Detective Daria in Crescent's voice. Yes, I'm sure of it. It's over, press the switch. Why would you say that to Miss Tussle? Apollo, the murder weapon. The revolver was Mr. Tussle's, right? Yeah, what of it? Well, maybe he said press the switch. He really meant to say pull the trigger. Because his English isn't so good. Darren Crescent is a native speaker. Oh, right, sorry, I kind of forgot who was what. Press the switch. I know exactly. Was there no one else in the room? I do not know. All I heard was Mr. Latos and the detective. Okay. We know exactly what switch this leads. Oh, shit. How far did I go back? Hold on. There you go. No! Fuck, I pressed the wrong button. God damn it. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I don't know if it means anything, but we did find this on the stage. Oh, the music stopped. I might be right. Press the switch. There's only one key that unlocks the mystery of those words. Oh, yeah, there was nothing at the scene that could be called a switch. Save the lights. True, there wasn't a switch at the scene. But it just so happens I have a switch right here. That certainly does look like a switch, doesn't it? Whose TV remote is that? The problem is, this was found not at the scene of the crime, but on the stage. The stage? Where the concert was held, yes. This was found hidden there. On the stage. Are you claiming that the voice Lammer heard was of someone commanding another to press the switch? It's a possibility. Objection! Oh, her forehead. I'd call that an impossibility. Why? It's hardly necessary for me to remind the court of the layout of the concert room. The stage is quite far from Lamoureux's dressing room. Not to mention that the Governors were in the middle of a concert on the stage. We weren't known for being a quiet band. You could shout all you wanted and not be heard. The detective's voice was loud, but certainly not a shout. So, to have her forehead's cries of possibility fallen far short of being heard. Sorry, but it wouldn't have needed to shout. Excuse me, you heard what I said, or do you need me to shout it out for you? It would have been quite simple to be heard on the stage from that dressing room. Oh, wait. You like evidence, don't you? How about this? Using this, it could be easy to message to someone on the stage from the dressing room. Ah, this thing was also still on. Prosecutor Gavin, perhaps you're familiar with this. Why is that? What is it? Is that some kind of newfangled phone they invented while I wasn't looking? I love this judge sometimes. This is a type of transmitter, a communication device. A communication device? Yes, fish. What is on the fishing plate today? Live ass sushi. That's probably for certain. If there is trash now, I'm definitely not eating that. Oh, lobster. Well, that ain't sushi, but goddamn, that's luxurious. For everyone on the stage, I wasn't wearing one of these. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Yes, actually. Therefore, talking between the band members. We all had one on. So, you admit that if you were wearing one of these, talking from the backstage to the stage would be simple. True. But wait. Those send out an electronic signal. To avoid interference with the audio systems, their range is quite limited. Lamour said it was about 30 feet, right? Look at this cross-section diagram of the concert room. Exactly. The walk from the stage to the backstage seems far, but the direct distance is less. Yeah, you see that. This is basically 30 feet, which, as I said, is basically right in between those instruments. God damn, even the judges appreciate a good lobster from time to time. Yeah, definitely. That could be. So when Lamour heard the shooter's voice, she could have been talking to someone on stage. You're claiming this is the switch in question. Why did it have to be on the stage at the time? It could have been placed in a pocket and carried anywhere. Someone could have hid it on the stage after the fact. Has a point. How do you know where it was when she heard a voice? When the shooter said press the switch? Well, I guess we don't. An unfortunate situation. I'm afraid that until we know where this switch was, there's a little point in debating it. Ugh. Sure, this was the way to go with it. If it was while... No, yeah, she was up on the goddamn stage. It could not have happened. Ooh, another one. What is this switch anyway? We don't even know what that basic fact. Wait a second. I do know what this switch is. And if you follow that train of logic to this incredible conclusion, it's an up in proof that completely changes this case. What's up, Apollo? Apollo? Hello, Earth Apollo! For fuck's sake! We know about this switch, right? We know what it is. Yeah? Well, think of it when it was used that day. Think of what happened. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further information to share concerning this switch, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Justice, could you not scare the shit out of me? I've been remiss in not telling the court this before. I know what this switch is for. This switch is. Well, it seems the defense is set upon linking this switch to the case. Let's see your evidence of the link. What evidence do you have to explain this switch? This thing. Prosecutor Gavin, you remember this? That's what? Is it another one of those newfangled phones? Don't put this thing on your ear if you don't want to burn that shit off. This is an igniter. What phone does look like this? Igniter? You mean it's a lighter? That's exactly. You aren't saying that this switch is a remote. I am. This remote triggers for igniter. What? Look, show you. Yeah. Mr. Justice, you'll cease and desist from burning down this courtroom. Sorry, that was a bit more fire than expected. My whiskers had caught on fire. Prosecutor Gavin, let me repeat myself. This switch is a remote igniter trigger. Doesn't that suggest something to you? You talk about that what happened to me, aren't you? Exactly. That night at the concert there was one unusual burst of flame. When your ignite was catch on flames. Wasn't that part of the stage show though? Prosecutor Gavin was entirely unaware such a thing had been planned. And the guitar that burned was valuable keepsake. That's right, he got it in Burgania from Lemonroy. He said the sound was amazing before it burned, of course. I was just kind of smokes. The better the guitar, the better it burns. I don't think that's a true thing. Her forehead. Yes, but don't tell me you're trying to tie these two things together. Those being the shooter's voice, heard by Lamour, and the guitar suddenly catching on fire. I am. It's really simple when you think about it. Miss Latusse and Latussel and the shooter were at the crime scene. The shooter was wearing a headset. He ordered someone on stage to press the switch. The switch was pressed and the guitar caught on fire. Well, that does seem to make sense. Though something about this bugging me. Can't quite put my finger on it. Really? This seems pretty simple to me. And here comes the what's not so simple. Her forehead. But don't destroy what little respect I have for you. I was expecting something a little more sensible. I guess I was wrong. What is this all about, Prosecutor Gavin? His simple story simply makes no sense. Think that night. My guitar caught on fire, yes. The cause may have been this indeed. However, the guitar caught on fire during the second set. That's right, of course. The guitar caught on fire during the second set. Indeed, yet the shooting happened during the third set. The two are utterly unrelated. Yes, that must have been what was bugging me. The whole premise of this was faulty. See, his story makes no sense. Oh, that's why the goddamn wizard came to find us before, because he said the truth of this case is basically in the illusion. I think that why Lamier went backstage by that window is to get to the other tower. And that is why she heard it. It was not during the third set, which was basically like, oh, no, he has not been able to shoot because that was the third set. What exactly do you mean, Mr. Justice? Maybe it's not the premise of my explanation, because right now they're saying one was up on the second one, and one was up in the third one, which means that if it was heard on the second one, she could have not heard it. If it was on the third one, she could not have heard it either. But that's the thing, she was gone for a moment. Maybe it's not the premise of my explanation of the switch that's fault. Maybe it's our premise of the entire case so far. But what premise is this specifically? I'm glad you asked. I'm saying that maybe the killing didn't take place in the third act. What is this? But Detective Emma Sky heard shots and found the body. All of this happened in the third act. Gunshots rang out, and according to his testimony, Matchy was in the dressing room at that time. But where are you going with this, Mr. Justice? Stay with me, Your Honor. He also told us in his testimony, namely that the victim had already been shot. We all heard gunshots, but no one saw the shooting. This is insane. Just before the shooting took place, the shooter was heard on his headset, telling someone to press the switch. The next moment, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames. We know that a remote trigger igniter was inside the guitar. From all these facts, we can draw only one conclusion. The crime did not take place during the third act, but during the ballad performance, the second act. That's fair enough. The order, everyone! Why is everyone gonna be so loud in here? But that goes against the evidence. What does, Your Honor? This crime was carried out according to the lyrics of the song, yes? He is right, look. The bullet's supposed to come out of the fire. You're thinking about it the wrong way. Huh? Look. Why would the shooter craft the events of the day to follow the lyrics anyway? It's an awful lot of trouble to go through, with a little merit for the person doing it. Well, I'm sure whoever it was had some reason. Yes, they did. A reason that made it advantageous to follow the lyrics. You're saying the order was reversed on purpose. Reverse, Prosecutor Gavin. If the criminal followed the lyrics strictly, then yes. The shooting would have had to come after the guitar burst into flames. Yet her forehead has raised another possibility. He claimed that the bullet came not after, but just before the fire. Couldn't I put it better myself? We were only meant to think that the shooting came after the guitar burst into flame. That was a criminal's objective. The crime followed the lyrics to a point, but that was the ruse. Why else would the killer risk discovery by moving the body? That was the final touch to make us think he followed the lyrics the whole way. Yeah, because that was kind of stupid. Order, everyone! God damn, why isn't everyone just so loud in here? That would explain the most unusual situation. It does. The killer changed the order of the events to create himself an alibi. In other words, the killer was someone who had an alibi for the... Oh! Sorry, for some reason my Switch thing just kind of like decided not to connect for a moment there. The fuck? Okay. I'm not joking, like basically even the Switch started like lighting up as of like it didn't like connect. The killer was someone who had an alibi for the third set, but not the second. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but sadly it has. Let me tell you why your little fairy tale makes no sense at all. Oh, it sounds good. I'll give you that. I'll give you a reason why the killer bothered following the lyrics of my song. But I question your logic. For it is flawed from the very beginning. Flawed? Yes. A contradiction on her forehead. One I pointed out several times, no less. Oh god, that was an awful one. Oof. So I was just drinking a drink and I got a hiccup and like swallowed at the same time. So it's like a fucking collided like neurons in my throat and it caused an explosion. At the time of the crime, the small window of the scene was closed. How could Lemurer have heard a voice through it? Oh. I know that you like to divert our attention from the critical fact. But you're basing your attack. She didn't go through the fucking... Well, she might have. I don't know. Hold on. We're gonna have to figure out this. Right. Lemurer's testimony is my entire case. That voice she heard, the shooter's voice. What if she couldn't hear it, Apollo? Look, what do we have? A man saying press the switch. And near the crime scene we have a switch, which act as a remote trigger for igniter. And last but not least, Prosecutor Gavin's flaming guitar. It can't all be a coincidence, but how do I make it work? I see more direct line of questioning is required. When the crime scene was investigated immediately after the crime, the window was closed. Care to tell us how Lemurer heard the voice? A key point, to be sure. Mr. Justice, I'm gonna check something here though, hold on. Because the air vent is basically the thing that goes there. So it might be that Lemurer used the air vent to get to the other tower, but that might be false as well. Mr. Justice, can you explain to the court? Okay, Justice, you got one thing to prove and only one thing. Lemurer heard a voice. And she heard it during the second set. Think, how was Lemurer able to hear the voice? She was somewhere else. When we investigated the scene, the window was closed. The shooter had no reason to close it, had it been open either. Meaning it was impossible to hear the voice through that window. It's good to hear you making sense again. For a moment I was afraid you might be a Bulgarian too. As I was saying, Lemurer could not hear the voice through that window. So there can only be one explanation. She heard a voice from another location entirely. What's this? You do amuse me so. And here I thought you and Good Sense were back on speaking terms. Now I'm afraid you and Good Sense speaking two entirely different languages. Shall I translate for you, fair forehead? Lameror clearly stated that she heard a voice through that small window. Oh! What sort of small window? Everyone, what sort of small window? Everyone said small window in the case of... Because that's also the thing, she is blind. For her to basically know there is a window there, she basically has to be told that or feeling it. So how does she know there is a small window? Because she sensed it while being in the goddamn vent. Are you sure? Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the scene? There is! Oh, I know that look. He wants us to ask him. Very well, you claim Lameror heard a voice from another location. Mr. Justice, show her this location was. Lameror heard a voice from here. Shabam! Does this look like a small window to you, Mr. Justice? The state of modern society can be read from numerous objects and artifacts. In a sense, anything can be a window on our society. Okay, fuck it. I thought that was kind of the vent. I don't know if I can actually move around. Hold on. Can I actually move around? Oh, I can move around. Yes, okay. That was the thing. I thought these were kind of the same. Okay, no, it's this thing. I was thinking the vent, but I pressed the wrong thing that I thought was the vent. This is where Lameror heard that voice from. But that's no small window, that's an air vent. Yes, but there is an air vent window. What did she tell us? She said she's a Bulgarian, unfamiliar with our language. It's not a stretch to imagine she called this air vent a small window. Now you've done it. You've gone beyond ridiculous and into ludicrous. That just means I'm faster. Watch Spaceballs. So Lameror was up in the ventilation system, listening to this man's voice. That's the only logical explanation, yes. Logical. I do not think this word means what you think means, her forehead. He basically says it, yeah, that's logical. Everyone is like, what the fuck do you mean? Okay, what about it isn't logical? I hardly merit saying. Why would Lameror be in the ventilation system? Hiding like a rat? No offense intended to her, of course. The explanation for that is simple, Prosecutor Gavin. Isn't it, Lameror? You've been listening to our discussion here, yes? Yes, I admit. It's had me quite confused since yesterday. Yes, the small window was closed. But why should that mean it could not hear through it? I fear our prosecution might himself need an interpreter. Oh, burned like his guitar. The problem here is words. Lameror, this small window through which you heard a voice, was it up high on the ceiling of the room? Not on a low wall. Yes, it was up on the ceiling. Oh, wait, it was up at the ceiling. Oh, okay. Order, everyone. I will have order. Oh, someone just blacked out. Wait, what happened with the power? Oh, we're back again. Witness, you will clarify this statement to the court. Are you in fact saying that you were up and above the ceiling of the room? And that's where you heard the moment of the crime? Yes, in fact I was. I am sorry, I never imagined it would become such an important point. Yes, well, why the heck were you up there? I believe it's time for another testimony. I'm not sure I can't. May I remind you, this is a murder trial. We'll hear your testimony. Tell us why you witnessed a crime from above the ceiling of that room. Please. Yeah, and that's why the mage came in before. Also, yeah, I give him a lot of names. Sometimes he's a wizard, sometimes he's a magician, sometimes he's a mage. He's traveling through worlds. Well, looks like I'm on the right track now. Fair enough. Above the ceiling. Yes, I was above the ceiling when I heard a voice. I heard that there was a small window there before. It was in the middle of my performance. I had no time to report what I had heard. As for why I was there, I cannot say. I am bound to secrecy on this matter. Yep, bound to secrecy? In my line of work, one has many obligations to uphold. But you say you were in there in the middle of your performance. So did this happen during the second set? I did not witness the crime, you must understand. I only know what I heard. Yes, but you must tell us what you were doing in detail. That's what the cross-examination is for her, yeah, Judge. Or her forehead, or whoever the jaw is. Our mission is in this court is discern the truth. No obligation, no binding pact may hinder that mission. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin your cross-examination. What are you going to do, Apollo? What are you going to do? Not what they are going to do. What are we going to do? I'm freaking out here. I'm going to find out the truth. She was up and above the ceiling for a reason. I just have to get it out of her. I'm gonna just find the cat and remove it from her tongue. Can I, like, present a person? Because this is the most important part. I can't. So I am gonna press on this matter. Because I know it's Mr. Valiant Magician that has done it. Exactly who bound you to secrecy? I'm not sure I'm allowed to say who it was. No, I think perhaps it's alright. It is just a name after all. It was Valiant Grammary. Nailed it! Perhaps you know him. Valiant Grammary? What? You mean Uncle Valiant? What? Valiant Grammary? Wait, who is Valiant Grammary? I lost train of thought here. A Grand Magician. The one responsible for the illusion performed during our concert. Interesting reaction, Prosecutor Gavin. Lemmer was bound to secrecy. It's going to take some hard-hitting proof to make her talk. I think I know why she was up there, but how do I prove it? Oh, fuck. Wait, oh, fuck off. I'm gonna have to prove that matter? Oh, bollocks. How do I prove that, then? No, not that. That's not really gonna... Well, does this help? Technically, in a sense, it does help, but... Fucking hell. You know what? This is the only thing I have. And it's gonna... Yeah, it's gonna fucking kill me. Yeah, okay. That was the only thing, because that air vent goes from the stage to the tower. Oh, yeah, we already asked this, so hold on. Skipping this. Wait, do I have a skip? Oh, yeah, okay, hold on. I can hold the B button. I can skip a little faster. Above the ceiling. Oh, I know exactly what I have for proof. Okay, I forgot about the VHS. Jesus, I just realized how goddamn old this game technically is. Or more or less how old ago this game was more or less like placed in. Oh! God, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to press more shit here because I am just firing my laser and missing completely. You heard a gunshot during the second set, during your performance. You're quite sure? Yes. Why would I lie about the time? Why didn't you tell us this yesterday? No one asked me. Oh, well, fair enough. I thought you all knew. I told you Machi was not the killer. I told you this many times. Yet, yes, you did. But you never told us why. I am sorry. I was not able to speak of it. Unable or unwilling? She's not talking, Apollo. What do we do? Well, we just have to prove it ourselves. As long as she is bound to this pact of silence, she won't talk. Yo, I guess you went away for a moment. Welcome back, Annie. Either that or fell asleep. I don't know why, but like each time it's like a hey yo, it's like I'm back from running. Oh, errands. Oh, fair enough. Welcome back. I know I have proof. I just don't know whether to put the proof in their face. I don't know when I'm aiming at their face. I'm bound to secrecy, as why I was there I cannot say. So, without a word, you just let the third set start. After the curtain closed for the second set, there was still so much to do. You could have prevented this whole misunderstanding if you had told us sooner. Yes, perhaps it could have. I see little point in badgering the witness. What's done is done. If you can't put a proof in their face, then you put the proof in their... Fair enough. I'm pretty certain someone's ass is capable of playing a VHS. Or a videotape, whatever you want to call it. God, that would be kind of ridiculous. Singing without a voice, if Iron contradicts were so obvious. If only I could get Lemmer to talk. Yeah, I know, pressing her doesn't matter. Because what I have is I need to prove what she was doing. And this only proves where it was. Which is basically she was in the air vent. From the stage to the tower. And this is a taped performance. Yeah, exactly. Go-Go Gadget as a videotape player. To be fair, I wouldn't surprise me if that was actually a thing. Next section. Oh shit, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, his hair looks worse as a 3D thing. But this was also kinda early when they didn't use 3D in these games. Because not gonna lie, from this game and the next one, it is way much better. Yeah, the igniter was burning his guitar. Fuck it, I'm gonna present this videotape now. Objection! Okay, I just presented it in the wrong position. Lamoureux, truth to be told, the reason for your presence above that ceiling is quite clear. Especially when you consider what happened during your performance. What happened? Yes, it's alright. It's right here in this videotape. Let me guess, I'm gonna point out the section because no one can figure out when she actually was in the air vent. But I would say this. The first 3 games are classics, definitely. But I would say my favorite game is the second one of this trilogy. Because that was one of the ones I started to play through really thoroughly and absolutely loved. And then the third one of this game is basically the last of the games, and that was still very good. What is the difference between the ages of these games? Because, as you saw here, like, his hair was basically, like, big strand with big strand with big strand. And, like, the shading was kinda not the best, but it was good for being the first 3D animation in this game series ever. Because in the next one, everything was basically 3D because it was on the 3DS. Well, everything and everything. I think everything was. As we can see, Lamour was clearly not on the stage for her entire performance. Though it saddened me to be so realistic, Lamoureux is incapable of actually vanishing, let alone teleportation. So, the only explanation is that she was hidden from view. And during that time, she moved to the back of the forum. Dual Destinies is the one that came after this one, right? Yes, that's the one. That is one of my favorites, just because that's... I don't know if I managed to finish the first trilogy before that game. But if I am right, I played that one first, and then I played the trilogy. And that was kind of got me into this whole, like, I love this game. I might be completely wrong about that, but for some reason I still love that game a lot. But I guess also it was because, like, it had a lot of more animations and also, like, a lot of more life with the thought of the 3D. But I still highly enjoyed the first trilogy, and I highly enjoyed these. Like, this whole goddamn series. The spin-off, the third trilogy and the second trilogy, every one of them. Even like the, yeah, I did say spin-off, which means that the Great Ace Attorney and also Mr. Right versus Professor Layton as well. I hope they remake that one just for fun, to be honest. Which I'm not gonna lie, kind of dark in the beginning, to be honest. It's not nice to reveal a magician's secret, and it's against the rules. But I am a lawyer, and I'm not supposed to be nice. Also, it did actually tell us that's where the secret laid. I don't know. This is a very fascinating. But how is it possible? There's only 20 seconds between when she disappears and reappears. She couldn't have been moved that fast. Is something wrong, Prosecutor Gavin? This was his concert, his show. He knows how the illusion was performed. Oh! He's just realizing his own oversight. Oh, fair enough. He knew how it was actually happening. Look at the cross-section diagram again. Here we can trace the route through the ceiling. It goes from the stage, through the backstage to the rear of the forum. Aha! Recall Lamoureux's testimony from yesterday. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. I haven't played any of the games after the first few ones, but whatever happened to Maya and Pearl? I can't answer about Maya because you don't really see her that much more. So I can't really answer that, and I would basically sort of say it would be a spoiler in the third game. Pearl, you don't meet her much other than a extra episode in Dual Destinies. And in that, she is basically 18 years old, and I know that because I, for some reason, remember that. I don't know why. It was ages I played that game. But at least they still appear, right? In a sense, yes. Pearl in an extra episode. She does. Probably because they want to bring back the old people. Because, for example, like, I did have someone ask on stream, I think, like, they would want to have back Gumshoe. Definitely. But you also have to think, it was 7 years ago. Which means that Gumshoe might have gone and retired himself. Or he have just started working somewhere else. So basically having him still here would be impossible. But it was interesting seeing Pearl as, like, bigger. You know, wait, actually, I think I actually played the first trilogy, because when I played that, I was like, holy shit. When I realized, like, that was Pearl. Maya, I don't really want to say, but she is kinda appearing in the third one. A perfect description of this route above the ceiling. I am a bit uncertain actually what is happening to Maya, but I think there is a bit of talk about it in the third game, so we are still gonna at least meet them and hear from them. But to be fair, like in these games, we do have like people with us, and Maya used to be that person together with Pearl. And to be fair, in the other games, those places are rather filled up. But you will absolutely see that when we're finished with this game. I think I have like 1 or 2 cases left. Lemmer knew of this because of her part in the illusion, but she wasn't the only one who knew. What? Just now in the lobby, Machi told me something. I know. I know if I open an event, I can leave stage and backstage. He said that. Oh, we're not informed, Prosecutor Gavin. I knew about the Vanishing Act, of course, yet I had no idea of the route that would be used. Why didn't that magician tell me? I also kind of miss Mia a bit. Well, to be fair, she is hella long gone. Also, I'm pretty certain after 7 years, I'm pretty certain Maya is looking like Mia, to be honest. After 7 years, because I think, like, Pearl was 11 in the first trilogy, and now we're 7 years later. Then we have Maya, which, like, I don't know, she was probably 18. And 7 years later, she is, like, 25, perhaps, something like that? I don't know. So, I am pretty certain there is a bit of imagery in Mia from Maya. I mostly just guess, because the only thing I can kind of remember is a bit of like an image from one of the games, but I'm a bit uncertain. But we will get there when we get there, definitely, because I'm not stopping playing these games. I love these games. Magicians only reveal details of the acts on a need-to-know basis. They're the bread and butter of magician's life, you know. Which is why he bound Lemmeror to secrecy. Well, Lemmeror, I am impressed, Mr. Attorney. Machi was right about you.
So, what does this mean? Are you saying you used this route above the ceiling?
I did.
Well, that's that. But I'm a little confused.
Why is that, Your Honor? I imagine Mia possessing future Maya, and them just looking the same besides the little mole that Mia had. To be fair, we can't really say that Maya didn't have a mole either, because she didn't really have much to show. The problem was when she was possessing Pearl. The clothing did not goddamn fit. Like, whenever she possessed Pearl, it was not like, oh, hi, Mia. It was more or less like, oh, hi, you two.
As I said before.
Oh, you didn't have to say that about Maya, man. Fair enough, but was that even a lie? That was more of a statement. Also, Mia possessing Pearl was kind of wild. That really was. At the same time, more or less Pearl allowing Mia to possess her, because it is not like a possession. It is a channeling, which means that they are basically like, yo, here is my body, here you go. Well, the truth hurts. Well, to be fair, she was young. Well, she was younger. So to be fair, that can have changed in 7 years.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I cannot.
Very well, Mr. Justice.
Yes.
It's all up to you. Do your thing.
What thing, Your Honor?
You need to explain how Lammer was able to teleport like she did. Or I'm throwing your case out with the bathwater.
Excuse me, sir. Why do I get picked on? It's Lammer who isn't going along with the program here. As I have stated before, I'm not at liberty to speak of the illusion that night in detail.
Then you'll just have to tell us what you can't say. We'll hear your testimony in this.
Please, could you the Valiant not have taken the fastest train out of this country? I'm not even joking. Probably like not country, but at least this area. He said that he came here, the secret is in the illusion, and he said, I'm out of here on a fast train. I'm like, okay, fair bloody enough. Yes, if you would, please. Right. I feel like a student before finals. Good luck, Apollo. Well, goddamn then. The big illusion. I followed the route. I followed the route exactly as I was instructed. There is an emergency exit in the backstage where a stagehand waited. From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side from the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice. Wait, what was it trying to actually prove? How she went there that fast or what? 2 minutes, you say? The mystery deepens. I suppose it was too much to hope that the judge would just come up with something. As does my curiosity. Take it away, Mr. Justice. Wait, hold on, I can't actually miss. What am I supposed to prove here? How fast it went or what? All I have to do is to find the contradiction between what Lammer is saying and what we can see plainly in the video. I figured it out already. I am a magician after all. Well, tell me. Not a chance. I can't reveal another magician's secret. Come on. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna take a drink. Probably need it. Oh. Hey, you're supposed to be on my side here. Either that or just a filling act. I don't know. I followed the route exactly as instructed. How did you proceed along this route? How? Why, I've walked. You arrived behind the forum much too fast to have been walking. Tell the truth, Lammer, you rode some kind of vehicle. What? A vehicle? What vehicle? Ah, what a novel idea. I like it. Hey, that's not a bad guess. Wrong, but not bad. Yes, lot of a dumb attorney. I don't mind. I'm sorry, but the girl is right. That one was too small for vehicles. It was a tight fit. Even I had to crouch as I walked. I cannot imagine a vehicle that could fit in such a small space. Wait, what actually had to fit up there? The guitar fit up there. Well, I don't know actually. Do I have anything that fit up there? Like, was someone just like having a rope around their waist and just dragged her through the thing as fast as he could? You had me going for a while there, Mr. Justice. Too bad. Ready for the next part. Why do I feel like I'm some sort of quiz show? I don't know, are you the host or the one being questioned? Did everyone on the concert staff know about the trick? Not all, only a few that were needed to help. See, like I said, it's on a need-to-know basis. So everyone that doesn't need to know need to fuck off. Sorry, I just had to. So not many people knew about the trick. What were these stagehands required to do? One needed to open the emergency exit. The door to the stage is locked, but once through there... I don't know why, I just felt for like doing like just random goddamn voice in the middle of everything here. Just improvisations. Am I good at them? No, but it's just fun doing. So, when you came back out, you were behind the audience. Yes, that's how it worked. Not a bad show, if I do say so myself. That's like a Valent for you. The old grammarly touch. But on the video, you were only gone for 20 seconds. How is that possible? That's the part I don't get either. Yes, it would be too hard to go so far in only 20 seconds. $2 minutes. Yes, it can be done in 1 minute if you're running. Running? In that cramped dark tunnel above the ceiling. Miss Attorney, have you forgotten? Dark or lit, it makes no difference for me. I'm not gonna lie, but ironing a shirt is annoying. as shirt. Yeah, fair enough. I have not ironed anything. Really, I don't think we have an iron that actually is used in here. Yeah, that's true, but... So, you're saying that on the night of the concert, you made a trip in 2 minutes? Yes, though I nearly didn't make it in time. You see, I stopped halfway. Lamero disappears on the video for 20 seconds. But she says she made the trip in 2 minutes. How? Wait, you don't iron... Not really, no. I don't. I know we have an iron. I don't think though it's used very often by any of us, actually. If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answers right there on that video. Oh, thank you, then. Where exactly in the video? God damn it. Here? Guess not. Not even when you go to work. Nope. Not really. First of all, most of the work I've ever had, I've just needed my own clothes, and it's basically just been like hard work, so like I don't really need to look nice. Otherwise, the other work thing I had recently, I basically had like a hoodie thing, not a hoodie thing. No, there it catch on flame. But basically, I didn't need to because I basically just took it off when I got home, took it on again. How about for like events or something? To be honest, like most events are just so goddamn casual because I don't like to be nicely dressed. Yeah, the guitar is already on fire there. So, for example, like I have shirts and stuff, but I really hate having them because I like to have something underneath. I don't know why, I just don't like it. Damn, that sounds nice. Yeah, that's just me. Do you say it's in that video? Okay, the only thing I can see is that when she was like halfway, she heard pull the trigger, push the button. What do you mean my I sound nice? As I've said it before, I don't hate my voice. I sound very much different, but that does everyone when they hear themselves. I feel like my voice is kind of scratchy sometimes. Or high-pitched or something. I just don't like listening to myself. It's just like, nope. Yeah, that's basically where it ignites. Which means she's already there. So what am I looking for? Yeah, and the guitar is already on fire, and now it just burst into flames. Now I understand what you're talking about. Also, technically, the stream is technically over, but you know what? You did actually use points for it. Oh, speaking of points, I am actually going to give you back some points. Hold a moment before I can figure out what's going on here. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how to deal with the points. Just kinda not used to it. I'm trying to find some sort of inconsistency here. But it's not the easiest to find. Let's see here. Sound alert, ASMR. There we go. I will refound you. Apparently that was 2 years ago. God damn. Whoa. I am gonna complete all of them because That was about 110 of them. That was rad. No, it is technically. Remember, we are now in summertime. I am an hour early. I do not know what I'm looking for here, actually. Also, I do realize that it's gonna be difficult doing ASMR while I'm actually doing this game. I should really try to remember when to remove this point thing. But because it is end of the stream, I am gonna allow it, and I'm not gonna do voices for right now. Something I can explain the description between the video and her testimony. Evidence displayed. I think I am absolutely fucking this over completely. But let's see here. Could it be this thing? She did actually drop it while she was witnessing them. Jesus. Trying to say that is ASMR is not really the most simplest thing. To be fair, I kind of half given up right now because brain go burr, definitely. I do not know. There should be some discrepancy between the video and the items I have at hand. But what exactly could it be? I would say this, perhaps. Mostly because, as I said before, she heard press the button, which means the igniter ignited the guitar. But if you saw that in the video, it ignited before it was catching on flames, which means it was burning on the inside for a moment. I know this is gonna be wrong, but it at least is a good try. Well, the music stopped, but I feel I kinda... Apparently nothing. Well, you see. Herr Judge, I do hate to spoil the mood, but I have the faintest idea that he's talking about, and neither does he. Yes, apparently I did fail. I am a bit uncertain actually what to do here. Thanks, that makes me feel much better. Well, I do not know about all of you, but I find this mystery fascinating. And I am not letting this trial go any further until we get to the bottom of it. Well, thank you for that. The defense will continue with cross-examination until we have some answers. Okay. I'm gonna press on this. I don't remember if I did that. That was Darren's voice you heard. Yes, I'm certain it was him. Am I the best left for later, yeah? But that forehead of yours do work on this illusion first. Hold on, I think the identity of the killer is a little more important, don't you? Importance schmortens, objections overruled. Tell me, Fair enough, the judge really like his magic tricks. I guess we're gonna have to find out how she did this. The problem is... I have to find some evidence. I should already have it, but I do not know where it is. For 2 minutes. I feel that rather strange. Yeah, I am a bit uncertain. 2 minutes. Well, I can, to be honest, not read anything of this. This is Bulgarian, so that is fair. 2 minutes. Oh, whoops. Already know that. I am a bit uncertain. Does anyone in chat have any ideas? We need to somehow figure out the two differences seem to be basically... Oh, also, I'm gonna just do something here, hold on. There we go. That's gonna say goodnight. Someone was going to sleep. I still have 7 minutes of ASMR, and I feel like I'm gonna at least do it. But yes, so for some reason we're gonna figure out how 2 minutes became 20 seconds. But the problem is, we don't really have anything that has something to do with time. So the question is, how do we know that? The only thing I already know is that she heard the voice. But she heard the voice when it was down there, but she was already up. Could it be this? How does she know it was not 20 minutes, sorry, I think I meant 2 minutes. 20 seconds. Basically to say that in the video she was gone for 20 seconds. Between one pillar and the next. But she says that the trip would take 2 minutes. So we're trying to figure out how does that work. I am gonna use this, but that's because while she was still on top of the tower, this thing ignited, which means she was already gone. Well, let's just cross our fingers and guess. No, apparently I was wrong. I don't really have anything that can prove it. I am gonna do the most silliest thing though, and decide to use the video itself as evidence. I don't think it's gonna work, mostly because they want to find the difference. But as I said, I did see the spark on the... Did you see the spark on the guitar while she was still up there? But she did hear press the button when she was already down below, which means she was already there earlier. We're gonna press on this. So yes, she says the trip would take 2 minutes. And it can be done in 1 minute if you're running. But the problem is that the video itself, she was only gone for 20 seconds. Yeah, Lamoura's disappearance on the video was for 20 seconds. But she says she made the trip in 2 minutes. Well, she did say it's right there in the video. So, I guess we're just gonna show on the video. I don't know why I didn't show the video before, if this is actually the reason. Well, apparently I was wrong. Well, it was worth a try. But how did that happen then? Do we have any proof of anything? We don't really have anything explaining of how she did it. The music tracks isn't really gonna help us, I guess. This doesn't either. That's his autopsy report, and this is the diagram. I am actually quite uncertain. I'm pretty certain I did use the guitar, and I also used the igniter together with this. She says it's right there in the video. But I did not see anything in... That is quite uncertain, to be honest. Yes, you say it's right there in the video. Unfortunately, I cannot see how that works. Let's just check again, shall we? Well, she stands there. The only thing I can see is that big thing in the middle of the stage. And there is the spark I was talking about before. And this was live, so the idea that this is basically a cut video cannot be true. People did see this. I can't really see anything that actually can prove that how this was actually used. The only thing I can see in the video in a sense is his guitar caught on fire. But as I said, it can't be cut, because this was before a live audience. That must mean that his guitar did not catch on fire directly. But I can't see of when or how she disappears. But also the ASMR is over. I kind of forgot sometimes I do have that. And blink, there we go. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and now it caught on fire. I don't know, really. Okay, I am a bit uncertain. I feel I'm gonna have to do this today rather than next week because otherwise I will completely forgot. But I feel I'm just gonna try everything here. And yes, I will definitely fail. I know that. I just want to try and figure out which one of this is. I think I've been being here for too long, and that's why my brain is right now. You don't understand what's going on. And I answer yes, I don't understand what's going on, but screw you, brain. I'm trying anyway. Okay, so what in the world is actually going on here? So, how do we prove 2 minutes? Like, the problem is, like, she says it's in the video. I can't see anything in the video that causes that. So right now I'm basically just trying everything. They say it's in the video, but I don't understand what they mean by in the video. I have watched that video a few times. And if they basically says, oh, it's cut. I think I already tried the burnt guitar. What we need to prove is why it took her, why she managed to get there in 20 seconds. So it's not the burnt guitar, because I think I already tried that. It's something else. Yeah, I tried the layout just recently here. This very moment, more or less. It's not that one either. I have tried this thing, this thing, this thing, this thing, and this thing. So I am a bit uncertain what it could be. I think I tried both of these, like that one, that one, that one, that one. So that's 4, even 5. Yeah. I even think I tried this thing. Can you rewatch the video? Yeah, definitely. Hold on. I think. Yeah, I can. Because I'm trying to see here anything, what's going on. So he's sitting there. She's standing there. Gavin is just standing around doing shit and all. Then he starts moving. She is up there. Then his guitar ignites at that moment. That means she's already down below. Then we start counting 20 seconds from here. And then it's really caught on fire. And then here she is. In this video that is 20 seconds. But as she said, she was down there for 2 minutes. Trucy just says you can see it in the video. But I can't see it in the video. I can't see how that is. So I'm a bit uncertain what it's supposed to be here that I'm gonna prove. Was she even there? I thought it might be like a holographic image or something. Yeah, the problem is there is no way of proving it. There is nothing really to prove how it was done. If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer's right there in the video. She says that, but I didn't see anything. This thing? Time of death, perhaps? No, that wouldn't really help, because you cannot see the time in the video. I'm pretty certain I pressed on everything anyway, so we shouldn't be getting any more evidence. I'm gonna try and press on everything again, just in case. There's something that is seen in the video, but I don't understand what we can see in the video. I don't see anything. Ever press? I think I actually have done that. That's what I'm doing right now, just to see if we actually get something. You know what, I think I'm gonna have to wait with this one until next week, because my brain is not fully functioning on trying to